I wasn't gonna make a video, it's Friday night, but one video. Because I'm watching all of the campuses and all the universities falling, but they're not falling. And you can be shocked and you can be outraged and you can be surprised, but I'd caution against you being surprised. These kids know nothing. They're looking for purpose. They're literally 18, 19, 20, 21-year-olds who are looking for approval, and they've been brainwashed. They don't know facts, and there are a lot of them. And they're being galvanized by people with an agenda who hate. Stop thinking that none of this makes sense. This makes complete sense. Hitler Youth in the 30s by the Nazi Party. Just think about Hitler Youth. They galvanized the youth. They got them on board with an agenda to hate and to breed intolerance, to the point where children would turn in their parents to the Gestapo, to the SS, whoever it was. It's happened. So you're aware now. I've just told you, you're aware, you have awareness. So now that you're aware, that's 50%. The next step is, what are you going to do about it? Are you going to continue to say that you're shocked? I mean, it is shocking, but you're going to continue to talk about how unbelievable it is? It's not unbelievable. It's believable. It's happening. And it's good to know. Now you know. What are you going to do? They've galvanized their troops. They've put their people into action. And it's scary. Yes, it is. But now what happens is we galvanize our troops and we move into action. And it starts with awareness. Take a step back. Macro. You're like this right now. We're all like this. Look at the context. Look at what's going on. It is scary. But have hope and don't expect anyone else to do it for you. Every single Jewish person should be speaking up against this, should be utilizing their talents for the cause. If you're a lawyer, lawyer up. If you're a brand builder, communicate. If you're an entertainer, entertain with facts. Pivot a little bit. There are lots of things that you can do. The one thing that you can't do is expect other people to do it for you. Now, I'm not shitting on any influencers. I think a lot of influencers or advocates on social media are doing incredible work. But to the ones who are saying, stop speaking to the echo chamber and stop telling people to speak up because they won't, I disagree. Speak up. Tell people to speak up. Tell people to go to the streets. Tell people to fill in the petitions. Tell people to utilize their professions and their networks and their non-Jewish allies. Speak up to your neighbors. Speak up to your friends who are not Jewish. Show not just your fear, show your sense. Show your smarts. Show your heart. Most of us don't have hatred, except maybe it's reserved for Islamic jihadists who want to kill us or who have killed us. But we don't have hatred in our hearts. We just don't. And people can see that. But they won't see it unless you don't speak up. I said this on day one, on October 7th. On the day that it happened, I put out a video and I said, when the shit hits the fan and the propaganda starts, don't buy into it. But I was one person speaking, and now there are more people speaking. We need you to speak up. We need you to share these videos. We need you to be a royal pain in the ass with your friends who are not Jewish. On LinkedIn, on Twitter, on X, on Instagram, on Facebook, on TikTok, whatever platform you're on. But also to be physically present, to speak to your neighbors, to speak to your colleagues, to speak to your friends in the face of adversity. Remember Hitler Youth. If you don't know how it came about, Google it. Buy a book. If you do not speak up with your voice and your own narrative, your narrative will be hijacked. The narrative has been hijacked because we have been complacent in not actually speaking up while they have. And when I say they, I don't mean Palestinians, I mean the enemies of Western civilization. It's that simple. There's a long road ahead. It's going to be dark, it's going to be scary, and there's some crazy people out there, and they are brainwashed. They are not people, they are sheep right now. They are mobs. Mob mentality means people are not thinking for themselves. They're just going with what's happening. Okay? So, in a crisis, cool heads prevail. Strengthen each other. Be positive. Have hope. But do something. Do something. You know, I've been speaking to people and they've been saying, what can I do? And I'm like, well, what are you? And someone tells me, well, I'm in packaged goods. I'm in, it doesn't matter what it is. Pivot a little bit. Dedicate some of your time to the cause. You have to. You absolutely have to. Don't give up. Don't wait for someone else. Gather your people, gather your community, and make plans to be vocal. Okay? Stay positive. Long road ahead. All hands on deck. Shabbat Shalom.